Welcome back. Bob Stevens was out at Media Day for the CJ Cup in Congaree, and we're going to get the latest right now.
Let's welcome a new face into the Lowcountry, Andre Silva, who will be the tournament director. Think of him as the Steve Wilmot of Congaree. Is that too much pressure?
It is a lot of pressure. Steve is fantastic. So that's a lot of pressure.
We work with Steve on the island all the time with the RBC Heritage. We're going to have a tournament that I'm sure you've already told Steve. I got a better field than you did for my first one.
No, we'll never do that. So, listen, I think one thing that was very important to us as we were coming in, make sure we work with Steve and his team, and he's been tremendous. So it's not about that kind of competition. It's about bringing golf again to this area.
You were not here, June, for the Palmetto Championship a year ago, so this is all gets to be a little bit new for you too. What have you learned? What did the group learn, your team learn a year ago that they're going to make this one even better?
Well, I think again, there's always learnings in every tournament, right? So. But to me, the main part that they learn is how great it is to work with the state and Congaree. They're great partners, and they're always willing to go the extra mile to make everything special, from the way they receive the players to the way they want the fans to enjoy their golf course. So it's going to be tremendous.
I teased you a little bit about the field, but we're not teasing. Rory's coming. The top 60 in the world, that's all the invitation list is, right? If you were 90th in the world and you're not Korean, you're not going to be here. I mean, it's a great field.
It is a fantastic field. So we announced Rory today, of course, defending champion of the CJ Cup when he was playing in Vegas last year. And, of course, he's looking forward to challenge this golf course and be challenged as well, and that's the first one. There's a lot more names that are going to be coming in very soon, and yeah, we are very thrilled with the player field that's going to show up here.
You come out of the home office in Ponte Vedra, and so you know what all those guys are thinking. What did this tournament and what did the thing here last year do that was so good, that made it so easy to say, hey, let's see if they want to do another one?
Well, again, I think the partnership. I keep going back to the same thing, and I'm sorry to be hitting that, but the way they set up the golf course, the way they were ready for us, the way that they did everything to make sure the tournament was successful, and then the feedback from players that played the event saying how great it was. And I got calls from players saying, yeah, I didn't play last year, and all I heard was fantastic. So the expectations are very high from the players that even didn't make it here. So it makes it easy. And the fact that CJ, as a corporation, always want to play in iconic golf courses. They're very interested, if not playing in their home course, to really represent the brand well by playing in a golf course that they feel is iconic. And this really is an iconic golf course.
Let me ask you that question that we haven't gotten into much. CJ, a company out of Korea, wasn't able to play the tournament at home a year ago, played in Vegas. Okay, everybody understands that. But to play in South Carolina, was there much of a sales job for you to them to say, yeah, this is the place to have?
No, again, they work with players as well, the corporation, and their team had heard from players who play here before how great it was. And like I mentioned, one of their main mandates is to be at an iconic golf course. They like to challenge the players. They like their championship to be one that's hard to win. And it made a ton of sense. And once Congaree in the state of South Carolina put their support behind, it was not a difficult sell.
And they sponsor a number of South Korean tour players who have had very good years. You see their logo on a lot of hats going around. So I think folks will know the Korean players that are going to be playing here as well, almost as well as they're going to know Rory in the top 10 in the world.
Exactly. And people keep thinking about sponsor exemptions, and the reality, a lot of them are already in the field, right? So they're excited. Definitely in Korea, you can see golf is booming, and the level of talent. And because of the CJ Corporation investment in the sport and how much they actually support this player. So it's exciting for them to see that they're moving in the rankings, and they're excited to have them here as well.
No sponsor exemptions into this one, is there?
No, there are sponsor exemptions, and it will be.
But they're mostly all going to be Korean, aren't they? Could there be?
We have a list of Korean
okay.
players that will get in through their Korean rankings,
Okay.
and the Genesis ranking, which is their Korean tour. But the CJ Corporation do have sponsor exemptions to give, but many times they don't give to Korean players because the Korean players are taking care from the other side on their Korean rankings.
So maybe one of our local guys gets in. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that as we go along. Hargray, thank you so much for the time. Good luck to you. This should be a terrific tournament.
No, thank you. Thanks for being here, and we'll look forward to welcome the fans here to Congaree. Comes a month from now.
All right,
it's not long.
No, it's getting here for
forward
sure.
to see you.
Andre Silva, the tournament director of the CJ Cup at Congaree, representing South Carolina. Big, long name. You know what you're talking about. We'll
Thanks,
be back.
Bob, and thanks to all of my guests today for the insights and contributions. Thanks to SM Bradford Company and Currents, my wardrobe sponsor for today's look. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share a part of your day with us. Please stay safe during Ian, and I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.